everybody, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Please follow, please subscribe, and don't forget, donations are thoroughly appreciated. Okay? Thank you. All right. Hit that like button, everyone, everyone, everyone. Get these likes up. Hello, Darnell. Hello, everybody, for getting in here. Didn't a lot of Chelsea? Didn't your ass used to work for fucking Jason Lee? Did Chelsea work for Jason Lee? And then Chelsea tell us all that Jason Lee was fucked up and not paying people, and apparently again Melissa Ford coming out with a book, and apparently she's gonna be telling a lot more too. Listen, I just dropped the link for the linkies. Okay. I think so. I think Armand, I think you want, and I get it. You want it so bad because we all want it so bad, but he ain't for you, and you got to understand. You can't get with a nigga because they don't like a nigga you don't like or a chick you don't like. You know what I'm saying? He's a hater. He's been a hater from jump, and you recognize that he was a hater, but you continued. You should have separated yourself. You could have, just fell back. The minute he started talking to you like you was a fucking hoe. The minute he started talking to you like you was a fucking hoe, we should have known. Chelsea, get up here. Hello.
I done told y'all. I done told y'all from the tender age of 22. And I'ma just let, cause y'all, I just have to, I've been learning to live in my feminine. And a part of living in my feminine is not always having to prove to people that I was always motherfucking right. Because I know in due time, it may not be on my time, but it's on God's time. That come through and the thief of the night and tell y'all I was motherfucking right. Because a lot of people, before I even started working for TK, Armand did not like Jason. I wrote my book at the age of 22 because I couldn't find a job, because I had interned at Hollywood Unlocked for over a year and 6 months after being strung along and being told that I was going to get paid this, I was going to get flied out here, I was going to do this, I was going to do that. Couldn't find a job after wasting my whole fucking life for a year and some change. I wrote a book. I detailed what happened to me. Some YouTubers, Ra Ali picked it up, Nikki saw it, that whole thing. Immediately after that, Armand hit me up, wanted to do an interview, wanted to hire me. The budget was just out of his budget. Not even throwing shade.
No shade, but it is what
I was 22. I did not have a job. I needed to get paid a certain amount of money. Yeah. A couple months later, Tasha K had the budget, had the time. It all took off. But during that time, there were multiple videos where Armand made fun of me. He dragged me. He talked about my body. He talked about my hair. Now, this is before we even before I even started working for Tasha. You were already doing that, saying, she'll never work in this industry. I would never hire her because you saw how even though you wanted me to come on your show and do the same thing and talk about Jason. But Ra had instructed me at the time, don't do nothing for free.
Yeah.
Don't do nothing for free if you need money. And she helped me out during that time. And so it's just so crazy watching, because I ain't watched that motherfucking video. I got that nigga blocked. So thank God that Shoe Coffee City and Couture Bay be redoing the recaps, because I wasn't gonna watch it. But the point is, the fact that I'm reading those text messages and it is the same exact format and the same exact text messages that I posted when I was 22 years old, and you laughed at me and you said I was stupid, you said I was idiotic, you said I was a dumbass, you said I deserved for it to happen, and I was just chasing clout and I wanted to be famous and I wanted to be something out, and you at the big age of 30, and I'm not being an ageism, but you said that to me,
but it's true,
4 years ago, and you have found yourself in the exact same position. Once I got tired and once I found out that there were other Hollywood Unlocked members, aka the white girls in LA, that were getting reimbursed for parking, reimbursed for food, reimbursed for outfit, makeup, because Jason, as a gay girl, he wanted all the girls to look a certain type of way.
Of course.
When Jason would come to New York, I would pick him up from the airport, drive him here or there. I I'm working on being humble, but your girl been riding in Beamers and Benzes since she was 16, even though she got her license at 19. So my gas is not a $60, is not a $20 fill up at the gas station. I'm driving Jovi, you know, girl, I'm picking you up in Newark, driving you to Soho, then pulling you back to Brooklyn because that's where you got your Airbnb. Come the fuck on.
Oh yeah, no.
It's a $40 toll just to come from Newark to go to Brooklyn.
Yes.
Yeah. And you not reimbursing me on that, not talking about food, all this other, even the other Hollywood Unlocked girls that were living in New York at the time, when we would go to events, Jason would want just say, oh, pick everybody up. I live in Westchester. I'm going from Westchester to the Bronx to Brooklyn to Co-op City to Queens, because there were certain girls.
Go to Manhattan?
Girl. That's what I'm saying. So this is this format of, okay, as soon as I put my foot down and find out on Venmo that you have been reimbursing the LA girls for gas and toll, and you don't want to reimburse me, and you know fucking Easy Pass is $3,000 a month. You don't want to reimburse me. All of a sudden, I'm saying, you know, this is not something I'm going to be able to financially continue to do. Boom, email cut out. All my blogs on the website, my name is changed and stripped down. Now there's a narrative about plagiarism and this, that, and the third, whatever.
Trying to destroy your career.
Try to destroy
right out of college, your first marketing degree. I get it. Your first real marketing job for a freaking entertainment industry, a year and a half, and then he tried to destroy everything.
Removed my credit on every single post and interview I've ever did. He put another girl's name on it, took my picture down. So it was like I never existed. I never worked there, and I wasted my entire time. So it is not funny, funny, like I told you. I told you. Yeah. He did the same exact shit. And here's the thing with 29 Days that I cannot appreciate or I cannot respect about him. You talk down on anything and everything somebody does for you. You talk down on anything that somebody else does until an offer comes up for you. To be honest, for me, you talking down on Bigo when you are on Station Head doing 14-hour shows and all that, it's the same thing. You propping up your motherfucking phone on Station Head, so cut it out. But the difference is Station Head gave you a $3,000 advance, so now it's I don't want anybody taking my content from Station Head. I'm a strike, whatever. You're protective of Station Head, but you didn't want to get into the Bigo thing. But here's the thing, that's your choice. You could pick and choose what you dedicate your time to. But you talk so much shit about this person, that person. You talk shit about me working at Hollywood Unlocked and interning there until there was an opportunity for you to intern there. And your ass was hyped and ready and was windmilling and shit. You talking shit about Bigo, but you on Station Head doing the same motherfucking thing. The only thing is Station Head was giving you an advance. So stop dragging people and talking shit about I'm better than this and this person is holding me back and da-da-da-da-da until you get put in a position to do the same exact shit and you follow suit and you make the same motherfucking mistakes. Yeah. You do the same shit that you was just talking shit about other people doing. It makes no sense. You let that fucking fat ass girl get up on your platform for y'all to have a powwow about Tasha. And you was like, oh, my mentor, I don't have a mentor. I don't have a mentee. But bitch, you doing the same shit right now. Jason Hamburger Helper Hands was your motherfucking mentor. He was what Tasha and T.S. Madison was never meant to be for you, and he did it. You were hosting album release parties for free. You was letting people put whippet shots in your fucking mouth. You was taking pictures outside of container shipping docks so you can be posted on the Daily Mail and the Huffington Post, and you thought you was that girl for a whole summer. For 3 months, you wreaked havoc on YouTube because you thought this was your moment. And now you want all of us to watch a 3-hour monologue of you crying with screenshots, and you want somebody to feel bad for you. No.
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
You talk shit about everybody with a mentor. Yeah. You got you a mentor, and your mentor didn't even last a year.
His mentor didn't even like him.
Didn't even like you, and it didn't even last a year. Come to find out, the picture that you thought was gonna take you to the motherfucking moon, you wasn't even supposed to take it. I'm at Essence Festival, not fucking bothered by you. You waking up at 6 a.m. on the West Coast
I
to talk
remember
about
that.
you talk about Essence Festival. I had breakfast with Kanye West. Bitch, I don't give a fuck.
No,
You had breakfast with Kanye West and took a picture, and that's supposed to mean something more important. Oh, but if Essence Festival is important to others, then I guess that's what I'm above that. How are you above doing interviews? But you want us to clap for a picture of you eating toast with apricot jam on it, and that was supposed to be your moment. That was supposed to be your moment. And then for you to be in the text messages talking about, oh, I'm not pushing a narrative. I'm not doing when it comes to the whole not paying. Girl, I looked at the time. I looked at the date. I remember what we were doing that day. April 8th at that time. And I had to do the math to try to figure out what time was it on this side versus what time was it on that side.
Okay.
I'm not that obsessed where I will go into a call log and call T-Mobile to ask them to pull up the call logs from April. Larry Reid got off the phone with you and rushed to get on the phone with Tasha. Rush. Not even.
I thought it was conscious, but you're right. This is April. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Within 4 hours of the text messages. And I'm not that great at goddamn math. You know, you got to go 4 hours behind and then 4 hours up and do all that stupid shit.
That California time. I don't know.
Within a 10-hour span,
Mm-hmm.
you got on the phone with Larry.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing he did was call Tasha. And hold on a second. Let me just verify. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Hold on a second.
I believe it. I believe it 1,000.
I think we had posted a video or we had review.
You breaking up.
You can't hear me?
Oh, now I hear you, but you were breaking up.
Okay, I'm going to still talk to you as I scroll down to see if we had posted a video or an interview that day, and that's why we were in the car at the exact same time, because I know Larry Reid be like, oh, the employee wasn't, I was in the motherfucking car, and I heard the conversation, because I even started laughing. Tasha was laughing, I was laughing. So I'm trying to go back in the videos to see if this was the same day we had posted this video. So sorry, give me 1 second. No. But however, Larry Reid got on that phone and told Tasha what happened. And Tasha literally looked at the phone and started dying laughing and said, so. And Larry was just like, I think this is a great opportunity for y'all to get together. And she said, Tasha was like, why the fuck would that be a good opportunity? But what does this have to do with me? This has absolutely nothing. She was, and I said, Larry, this is where I feel like you do things to be messy, because why are you calling her to tell her about that? And he was just like, no, I'm just letting her know that he's understanding things that she has said to him in the past and he could see. And Tasha literally said, Larry, I'm on my way to Quick Trip to get a slushie. I have to call you back, and hung up the phone. And we laughed all the way to the slushie machine and got a Kool-Aid. And that day, I think I mixed the coconut with the cherries because I needed a brain freeze. It was a very enjoyable day that day. But to say that you weren't trying to push a narrative is a lie. Because you knew that Larry was going to get on that phone and call Tasha.
Because he a gossip. Because we all gossipy. But
no. It's not even that he's
or maybe
gossipy. I feel like you told him to do that.
Oh.
Because you wanted her to rally, like you said, the enemy of my enemy is not my friend. And bitch, both y'all motherfucking enemies, and bitch, I'm not gonna team up with my enemy to get back at another enemy. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. Nobody gave a fuck, but you got on that phone and did that to try to stir up something, and it didn't take. And then One Eye Willie, he decided to run with the story hours later after y'all done called everybody to notify what the fuck happened. Cut it out.
He called Tasha, and then I guess Conscious found out, and then Wiley found out, and then
Exactly. Like come on. And here's the thing. If I had to choose between 29 days or the hamburger helper man on who to take down first, it's the hamburger helper man
Of
because
course.
he deserves a class action lawsuit. Too many people have come out and you have bragged about all of this money that you have gotten from all of these investors and all these celebrities and this person, that person. Why is your personal assistant still wearing fake Chanel living in Co-op City?
Mm,
Why are people that are employed by you not living the lifestyle?
they
Tasha
should
K,
be.
Tasha K don't got it, but she has enough to where, bitch, you see, I am living. I'm, uh, uh, I'm just
Well,
not.
yeah.
I'm
Taking
able to survive.
taking advantage of recent college grads because we need a job. I've been there. I've done. I know. So I get it. That's what he's been doing.
He's
That's
been
what he's
doing it
doing.
for years, and he has to be stopped.
He has to be stopped. Yeah.
Cause it's not just like, oops, I got you, or whatever the case, or this was an opportunity. Everything
And
can't
then
be an
he's gonna
opportunity of a
sabotage your
lifetime.
life. And then if it, you don't allow him to just take advantage of you, he wants to try to sabotage your whole life and everything you ever went to school for, everything you want to do with your whole life. Like,
Now you're the problem. This is like some Oprah and Lee Daniels on Monique type shit. Now you the problem
mm-hmm,
because you said you wanted to get paid a certain amount of money.
mm-hmm.
So even though 29 days is a clown because you secretly envy all of the opportunities that your ops get, that's your own personal thing. And the minute you let that hate go and you just decide to
Yes,
focus on bettering yourself, that's when you will prevail, and that's when
yes.
you will blossom into the girl you wanted to always be. However, when it comes to Jason motherfucking Lee, he
Yeah.
needs to be stopped. For
I
you to continuously be doing this to people, and you give them these opportunities that you get paid. You wanted to pitch a show called Gagging. You stole that from Kaya. You stole and trademarked that shit from Kaya, and now you wanted to put somebody else who is not associated with that goddamn brand as the forefront to do what were you gonna be? What were you gonna be? You were gonna be the soul. You are not Ryan Seacrest, mama. You cannot set these people up to make you money on shit and then not pay them.
not pay them.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's not okay. And you're only doing it with black creators. You are
That's
not doing this with your white creators.
that shit make me sick to death. Like I said, I've been there. I know people who still going through that stuff like that and can't, because you got stuck in this freaking internship and this person trying to take an advantage because you're black. And they think you need it, and then they gonna try to fuck you over. And the worst part is he's supposed to be black or blackish.
He doesn't know what his mama was sucking and fucking on two different men. Did not know which man was the daddy, so she named him Jason Lee Johnson. She named him both boys names because she didn't know which one was the daddy. Just because you call him Darren don't mean he belongs to Darren. He doesn't know what the fuck he was.
Oh my gosh, that's not our problem though.
So even if he was fully black, it doesn't negate what you're doing to
It
only
doesn't.
black creators and black people in this forum where you are continuously there's even a guy that I've been trying to talk to that also was on actually I don't owe him no loyalty, so I really don't give a fuck. I could say it. That was working on Jason's radio show.
Okay,
His name is Giovanni.
my name. Go ahead.
It was with Geo. They called him Geo. He's
Okay, go ahead.
puffed up, has pretty eyes. He is now working at the fucking United States Postal Service. I think FedEx and the Postal Service. How do you go from being an influencer, a radio personality, to now working at the postal office? The reason why I know this is because he kept hitting me up on Snapchat. Snapchat had just offered me a subscription deal or whatever the case may be, whatever. So I'm just now getting on it. I'm looking and I'm like, how did you go from that to working at the postal office? So I'm asking him what happened. He got on the phone with me and he basically said, I can't come out and say anything bad about Jason Lee because he's not one to be fucked with. And I said, what are you talking about? He's not one to be fucked with. What are you saying? He's like, Jason had found out about some text messages or some DMs that I had sent some girls that might have been underage at the time or whatever the case may be. They were 17 in this state, but in that state, it was, long story short, he didn't have sex with the girls, but he was messaging them or whatever back and forth.
So he got bribed.
He didn't get bribed. He got blackmailed.
He got blackmailed. Oh my God.
And I said, so what happened? He was, I know you're going to go back and tell Tasha everything. I was like, bitch, Tasha don't give a fuck about you. I'm genuinely interested. I want to know what the fuck happened. He said, basically, I can't come out about Jason because I don't want anything to destroy my career. I said, girl, you are packaging dildos on a conveyor belt.
He destroyed your career already.
I was just like, but he said that he was going to put it out about me before other people could find out. He couldn't be associated with my name as soon as I started asking him about getting a pay increase or something of the sort.
Oh my
and I said, Giovanni, at this point, you should get ahead of it. And I understand how men feel in this day and age. Even if you don't know how old the girl is, just looking at her, if you don't get locked up immediately, you is getting you're tarnished forever. So I understand where he didn't want to come out and say what was happening, but I was like, Giovanni, you asked this man for a raise. He has on the money team plastered all over the mics, all over the branding. You cannot be endorsed by a $500 million brand and getting paid $1,200 a month. That is not normal.
That is not normal.
That is not okay. Melissa Ford gets into a car accident that almost takes her fucking life.
Mm-hmm.
You immediately, because I understand this is another part that Jason is not, he makes himself bigger than what he is. You don't have any health insurance. You don't have any insurance coverage. I mean, at that time, I don't believe to cover if your staff or if your freelance contractor gets sick or gets immobilized with an accident. And I can understand that from a business aspect, meaning you are not able to financially support her through her recovery if she is not showing up for work. I understand that. I understand that part. However, the way you were getting ready to act as if this girl just didn't show up to work because she had an attitude or she overslept or was hungover was fucked up, knowing she was in the hospital fighting for her life.
Jesus Christ.
So even though it's funny to laugh at the boy with the big boots, we have to take away the messenger and listen to the message, because too many people are consistently coming out and saying that this one person is destroying their career and was using them and exploiting them and then throwing them away and acting like they were the problem. It's too much.
It's way too much.
Everybody can be, even him saying, oh, I fired Chelsea. Who? You did not fire me. But why are you holding on to the narrative that, oh, she was messy and she was the problem and that's why I had to let her go? Stop it. Stop it. My mother knows a lot of people in the industry. She dressed a lot of people. She was a personal stylist for many, many years. There was a lot of connections that I already had before even making you, where people felt comfortable enough to give me exclusive or information on stuff. So stop it. I asked you for some fucking money. I asked you to reimburse me for some goddamn Easy Pass and some parking receipts. And you acted like I asked you for a $15,000 a month salary.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. The fact that he wanted you to drive to Brooklyn and Queens,
girl,
like if you ain't from New York, you don't even understand.
You don't even understand the magnitude.
That shit don't even make sense. It don't even make sense. They better off on the train. It don't even make sense
to drive from Newark to Soho and then drop you off to Brooklyn. And I'm driving a BMW at the time, BMW Coupe, where the fucking gas is $80. And I'm 22 with no goddamn job. And then when the tolls come in, it's $120 for fucking tolls.
Yep.
And you a grown 40-year-old man at that time and couldn't even hold a bitch down with
gas money.
With gas money. But we having meetings at Dallas barbecue at BB, which I love. I love me some goddamn sticky
Girl, I
wings.
love
I
me
would have
some
never.
Dallas BBQ. I'm about to say, I love them wings, girl. What you talking about?
But we
Let me-
having meetings. We having meetings at the Dallas BBQs every time you come to New York. But the bitches in LA, they having sit down catered meals.
Oh,
Like, come on,
yeah.
stop it.
I get it. We get it. We already know. We know. I'm sorry you had to go through anything like that.
No, I'm not. I'm happy I had to go through it because it's just the common sense that I did not have. I didn't know
You
people were capable of certain shit like that. Like, so now it was even the backlash that I got from people online saying, "Oh, well, you're stupid, you're this and that." Let me tell you something else. Why this boy keep calling me? You online, and I say this all the time. People said I did too much by writing a book.
write
It's
that book.
it's the 19th. I just got paid another royalty check from KDP from Amazon on a book I wrote in 2018. Fuck out of here. Do I look like I'm a diss somebody for 2 fucking hours? And then with the new shit on YouTube, after 60 days, you're not even gonna get paid off that video no more. So you just did all that shit for free and let people laugh at you. I'm still making money off the book you said I was doing too much and I was never gonna work off of. So no, I don't feel bad and I'm happy. At the time I wasn't, bitch. I ain't gonna lie, I was not. But I am happy that it happened to me the way it happened to me.
Yeah.
Cause it made me a stronger person and I was able to still get paid off the trauma and the fucked up shit that happened to me at the age of 22.
That's true.
So you should have, if you was gonna follow behind everybody and get a mentor and then diss your mentor on YouTube for 2 hours just like them other girls, you should have followed the playbook correctly and made sure that you was still gonna get royalties off the exploitation. Because in a couple months we just gonna laugh at you, and the next Christmas or whatever we're gonna bring it up how you was crying online that the hamburger done took plate. Keep it a buck.
Yes, we will be.
So Jovi, I liked the video. I shared the video. I'm gonna drop down, let somebody else get up. I had to say my soapbox. I had to stand on my soapbox one more time for the people who didn't know.
For the people who didn't know, thank you so much for coming.
All right, bye, girl. I will see you in the bushes.
Later, Bo. Y'all, she done told it. Lord, she done dropped more exclusive information. Okay. So what Armand may or may not have known was Larry jumped right on the phone. I thought it was Conscious TV. He jumped and called, but I forgot. Then him and Tasha was still really close. So he called Tasha, trying to pull them back together. And I guess our mom thought it was gonna be now my new enemy with my now enemy and too much enemies. Too much guys.